Hey guys, welcome back. So last video we did was a get using the retrofit. So I'm going to show you how to do a same thing doing a post, which will be helpful for like a Linux page and so forth. So let's get and get started. And what I'm going to do here is create a new project. Oops, that's my recording. Wrong one. All right, so let's do project. Make sure my recording's going. Okay, awesome. So do empty project. We'll do retro, I think we call it bit one. I'll call it post. And Java, okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do is steal something from the last one. So instead of redoing everything, we're going to go ahead and grab this implementation so that we can use it in our script. So let's make life easy for us. Why recreate the wheel when we've already achieved it once? So we'll come down here, paste that in there, perfect. Now we need to sync it. It syncs, perfect. Next thing that we need to do is go into the manifest. Guys, remember what we had to do here. Uses permission, internet. Like I said, that's never happened before. Oops. Oh my god. Perfect. So now that's done. All right, so two things are done already. The other thing that we're going to do differently that we didn't do before is we did create an interface inside the main.java. We're going to create it outside. So we're going to do a new bird hit the window. Bird sees itself and they always hit the window. You never get it. Anyways, so what I did here, let me do that again. Right click, new, Java class. I'm going to choose interface. I'm going to call it API, I think. Sure. And let's just hit OK. All right, so now we have an API right here. We need to import some libraries, so we're going to import the OK HTTP3.response body. We had that in our last one. We're also going to import the RetroAPI2.call, and we're going to import the RetroAPI2.http.get. And I understand this is a little bit difficult because we haven't really gone into learn Java Basic, so this is advanced, so the best we can here. All right, so now we're going to need some posts here. So we have the public interface. We want to start building it out a little bit. Oops, what is that doing that for? All right, something's going on. Oh, you know what? I have to close this. I'm not sure it doesn't close my thing out. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so let's do it here. So we're going to have this get and post messages here. So get and posts here, located here. So in this case, we'll do a get. We'll just put this in here so that we can use gets. We'll have post, and these are our routes. So this would be something that, for example, if we're doing a get fact, we will put it here. I'm using a generic API for now, but this would be same location. Call response body, perfect, and we'll do get post. And then we'll do the same thing here, get, and then we'll do users, get call, and then we'll do response body, and we'll do get users. Same thing here. And this will be calling another screen. And then we'll do a post right here. And we'll say post to the users. All right, so you see we have to add a new library that we didn't have before. So I actually have to add a couple of them. So we have to add the import RetroAPI2.http.body. So that's going to be something that we need to do. Let's copy this, paste it, and paste it. So we need to do get. There we go. And we need to do post because he's running his mouth about it. All right, there we go. Awesome. So now we'll do users. Perfect. And we'll do call response body. Perfect. And we'll do post user. And we'll do body, so we're passing into the body. And we're going to do request the body. We need to request it. And then we need to have something here. This can be called anything. I'll just call request body. Oops, for now. Oh my gosh. There we go. Let me pull up a screen here. Oh, here we go. So we're going to use something that we used before in class. So it's HTTPS, and we need to make sure it works. JSON placeholder type code, yeah. All right, so we used this before. For some reason, it doesn't like to work for me. Oh, there we go. All right, announcements. You can now support JSON placeholder and GitHub sponsors. Cool. So we're going to use this guy here for our code. Users right here. All right, so let's do this. All right, let's go over to the main activity. All right, there we go. We're also gonna have to grab some stuff here. So, well, let's import it. Import retrofit to retrofit. There we go. Cool. So we're going to let's go grab what we had previously in our code, so we don't have to redo anything. So if you remember in our Java here, I don't feel like typing anything out. Alright, so we had this guy right here. So we're going to copy this, so I'll have to code it again. Oops. There we go. And the URL is just going to change. So we know it's, there we go, JSON placeholder type typicode.com. There we go. So we know that, and you have that / we have a problem. We're also going to have the same thing that we had before. We'll call API equals retrofit create, and then we're called API class. Okay, perfect. What I want to do is pass some JSON data over. So hypothetically, let's make a thing here, show you what I want to do. Oops. All right, I got that back first. So we need some type of JSON data like this, maybe like we have something come in here, we indent, we'll have ID, and then we'll have, I don't know, 900, let's see if that works. And then we'll do name, and you can put your name in here. I'll put, let's see here, Caesar, let's just put this down, Bob Phillips, I'll make a name up. And that's basically what we want. So it'll look a little bit different in here. So that's the JSON code that we want to use. But it's going to look a little bit different when we do it. We're going to do this a little bit different because we have to use, we'll see, commands that we haven't used in a while. So there's actually a converter that you could use. I think it's called retrofit something. There's like a tool that you can use, but I don't have that tool, and I'm tired of downloading a bunch of tools. So anyways, I'm gonna do, in this case here, and you can actually, if you have in a form, so you have it on the GUI and you hit submit, you can convert it over to JSON, but I'm just hard coding it in here. So what I need to do here is do a new line, and so it'll be like old-fashioned stuff here. So new line plus, and then I'll do a /T for tab, another tab. Let's see, we need to do another tab, and then we have this here, and we could do ID for /. We could do this here, we could do colon, we could do 900 that we had. And then we'll do a new line again, double quotation, plus, and then we'll kind of repeat ourselves here with tab, backslash, whatever, already a double quotation there, perfect. We'll do name, that right there, just a reverse of what we just did. And then we'll put our name in here, Bob Phillips, I can't call him. And we'll do backslash, double quotation, or backslash again, and double quotation, plus new line. And then that's what we'll do, this guy right here, end it like that. That was insane, but that's a way of doing it. All right, so let's see here, what else do we need? All right, come on. I'm gonna go below this. All right, so now what I need is request body. So let me create some real estate here. Request the body, if I can spell. All right, and we will do request body. Uh-oh, I forgot to, you see what I forgot to do? Where's that? Oh, I have it right here. So let's cut this out and put it right here. All right, I'm sitting there wondering why it's not working. Request body. And then I'll call it request body. All right, so it wants me to add another one. Okay, request body. So let's see here. Yeah, I think I had it in my other one over here. I did, so I'm gonna copy that over real quick. There we go. All right, so I did request body. I did. Why is it still blowing up on me? All right, we'll figure it out in a second here. Oh, okay, HTTP 3 request body. Isn't that what that looks like? Let's close out here for a second, come back in. Yeah, it's just acting silly. I don't think it's up fine. All right, so request body, this is how it works. Equals request body, grabs that, we want to create, and we want to do media type dot parse. So media, oh, I think I just seen it parse, there we go. So we want to parse something, so we're going to do application / JSON, and we're going to do comma JSON. So that's going to be the file that we call. Now we could have called it anything. I call it string JSON. We could have called it post message like that, and then we could come down here and type, make this post message. So I mean, it doesn't matter what you call it, just grab that string. All right, so then come down here, we'll do API.post user, and we request the body. So what it's doing is requesting this information that we're sending out. So let's think about this. Let's think theoretically on this. So if you have your form set up, which would be on the layout here. So think about this, you have your form set up, you have a text box here, and this is what I would suggest you do. Set up your API temporarily, or even use this one, do a text box, and figure out, and we talked about how to capture that information from the text box onto the screen, which is not too difficult. So you have your declaration text box dot, whatever dot text, or something equals text box dot text. So you have string equals text box dot text, whatever the case is. And nonetheless, you can, there's a way, and I haven't talked about it yet, a way that we could take your message. So let's say that you have, hypothetically, you have string input name equals, this ain't gonna work, but we'll say input dot text, right? So this hypothetically captures your value, right? So then what we want to do is, then we want to do is convert the input name to a JSON file. So we'll talk about that later, but I want to see if you can figure out. And what that'll do is it'll alleviate this stuff below. Below won't have to happen. Because honestly, having to figure out how to do this each time would be, well, not impossible, it would be difficult and challenging. This is just a temporary to show you how to do this, but that's showing you what to do. Okay? Hopefully that helps out. Something similar to what we did before. We could copy stuff, or we could just keep it as is, but we can, this should pop up for us anyway. So we'll do dot. If you remember, we did enqueue, and then in enqueue we did a new callback, and then all this stuff at the bottom pops up, so that'll be fine. So we'll do a try here, and we'll do a log.d, and we'll say post example. What's it blown up about? All right, it needs that. We'll add that in a minute. Post example, response, oops, dot body, perfect. Dot string, open close, there we go, perfect. And then we'll do a catch, and in our catch we'll do an IO exception. Like before, remember I told you could use anything, I just use E for exception. We'll do E print stack trace, perfect, 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 too perfect. So yeah, let me add that before we shut up. Import Android dot util dot log. All right. Why is this not liking this request body? All right. So post users. Did I spell it wrong? I think I did. Let's just type it in again. An API cannot be applied to an HTTP key. Alright, what the heck? That's new to me. Let's see what I did wrong. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. So we did our post message right here, that's fine. And then we did our API post user request body, enqueue, new callback, response body. Oh, you know what? No, that's right. Everything looks good. I'm not sure why that's throwing a pickle. So let me close out of it and see if that's something silly there. I'll go back into it, but it looks like since the underline's here, it's still having a problem. Huh. All right, do I have it twice? Response body. I have. Response body, that's right. I was thinking maybe it's response body, but it wouldn't be response body. Okay, request body. Alright, what am I doing wrong? What's it saying? Change first primary method to response body to request body. What? That's not, oh, it is request body. Well, that's what I have. Oh, up here. Okay, so I had a response instead of request. I'm like losing my mind. I'm like, what is going on? All right, well, once you do that right. So those little things are helpful. You don't have that in iOS, but you do have that here, so that's a perk. All right, I think this is it. Let's see if it runs. Now I'm gonna this guy right here. Go to debug. See if it writes our message. As you see down here, it wrote our message out. I don't know. I can't remember if we're able to check that information or not, but that is showing that it did do it. If it was out here, but we don't have write access. Apparently, I'm not sure why, but anyways, it allowed us to request a body, and this is how we would do it. Now, when you do it on your local IPA, you'll have access to insert that value into the API, so that'll be an effective post. You could also use Postman, like I've used in the past, and you could do a post call, make sure it works. All right, guys, so this is how you do it with RetroAPI. So I've showed you how to do it with Volley. I think this is easier in Volley. It's less coding. Volley is very intense. You see here, this is like the same thing as this right here. Same format. You're just putting a different API. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.